Greeting comrades, I hope you're all doing well. It's the middle of the month, so time to do some low effort YouTube video to praise the algorithm gods. Without further ado, let's go straight into it. So recently I have finished Souls game on PC, and people find my opinion about them controversial. So why not to do tier list, detailed one, when I'm gonna explain my point of view. So yeah, Souls game tier list. Unfortunately, only ones on PC, as I don't own the console. When we talk about single player game, as a wizard I have two main expectations. Story, and it need to feel good when you press. Monkey brain need to be happy, okay? Pressing buttons need to feel good. Of course, music, graphic, level design is also important. At the beginning I rather have a rough start, and it was with the controls, as chat recommended me to use this subhuman animal device. I was completely like, what the fuck I'm doing? I didn't use the pad in like 10 or 15 years. That was last time when I holded one in my hand. So it was really challenging for me to adopt to this control scheme. But eventually it clicked, and then oh boy, this game feels so good. Dark Souls 1, how this game is so good. The level design, the music, the tools and the possibilities that the game give you as a player, and this spice on the top, this unforgiving nature of the game. Every additional hour that I play this game, I like it more. And then the breakthrough moment has arrived. I have opened the door and I have seen amazing chest. And that moment alone elevates this game to the S tier. Not even, no question. Next. Oh boy, Dark Souls 2. For this game I decided to stay faithful to my roots, and I become wizard. And I'm playing the wizard, and everything went amazing until I encounter enemies that you cannot target. You cannot target enemies, you cannot use magic, boom, you die. So I have to reroll in the middle of the run and then roll back. That was really unfortunate. And some of the locations, oh boy, this dark location, when there is like a lot of these figures and they spit venom on you, and there is like those black pools on the floor that some monsters come out of it. I have still Vietnam flashbacks from that. But overall, I enjoyed the game. The cactus in us was a bit too much sometimes. But in the end, when I think about it, yeah, I quite enjoy it. But the rage, the rage was hard sometimes, but it's nowhere near as good as Dark Souls 1. I give it solid A. Yeah, I enjoy it. But as you may see, we have still Dark Souls 2 on this chart. What is it? Those are Dark Souls 2 DLC. I entered Dark Souls 2 DLC and I do 0 damage as a mage. 0. Negative. I need like 10 spells to kill one monster. I went through first DLC, alright, maybe the second one gonna be better. I enter second DLC and I have like negative damage. Monsters regenerate quicker than I fucking damage them. And I rage quit. Dark Souls DLC 2 made me rage quit from the game. Unfortunately, that was too much for me to handle. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not gonna try 500 different bullets to have enjoyable experience in this game. I'm like way over leveled, I have all the best items, and I'm getting one shot by some bullshit off screen. I said, alright, how about no? Dark Souls 3, that's a tough one. I don't know if the game was super amazing or I was influenced by Dark Souls 1, you know? You are visiting all of this location and nostalgia hits. Nostalgia hits hard in Dark Souls 3. but the story was a bit convoluted at the end. This, like, you know, time shenanigans, plus resetting your statistics require pal fingers. Fuck that shit. It was still amazing game, but not as good as Dark Souls 1, I believe. Yeah. No question, recommend. Not quite the masterpiece as the Dark Souls 1 was. Oh boy, when you even start with this one. Oof. So Sekiro have all the Dark Souls shenanigans. Get one shot of the screens. Bullshit abilities. You don't react, boom, GG. Some tracking and hitbox issue, like, oh, the boss swings, you are 100 meters away, oh, you are grabbed or killed anyway. So you have all the classic Dark Souls shenanigans, but none of the positives. Like, okay, let me counter this bullshit with my build, let's change the weapon. No weapon, one weapon only, one playstyle only. This game is garbo. This game sucks. In Souls game before, developers give you the opportunity. Okay, you want to challenge the game, boom, here you have so many options. But if you don't want to try hard too much, we leave you, like, you know, some room to do some cheese. Dark Souls 1, you have in the beginner location. Second one, the campfire, go to the cemetery, boom, 200 donks almost on everything. Dark Souls 2, second location, next to the salamander pit, there is box, open the box, you have flame, sword, giga damage. Dark Souls 3 even easier. On the beginning, Lothric Knights, amazing armor. Then after you beat the dog boss, you go around the dragon, you have the Claymore, like also two-handed sword, or is 1.5-handed sword. You can complete game with it. And Sekiro, no, zero options, you have one build, and you need to deal with the shenanigans. Respect the enemies and learn exact animation and press parry. It's like I'm feeling like I'm playing some, you know, console pre-scripted events, like, oh yeah, now you press X, there is like X button and press it now. This game, I don't know what were they thinking when they do it. This game sucks. All of these people, Sekiro Andis, that love this game because that's completing the game is probably their life achievement, are getting pissed. Die 100 times, learn the pattern and press parry. If you try to attack, boss gonna read your input and gonna block every time and then one-shot you with some bullshit. That's the Sekiro in a nutshell. What a fucking misery game. I hope they realize their mistake and they're gonna never do this shit again. Best part of the Sekiro for me was when I chose the Shura ending and people were pissed on me that I betrayed the prince. Get fucked. I hated this game. Fuck this game. Anyway, time for the finale. Elden Ring. Oof. You may not like that one. Elden Ring, good. Elden Ring, mechanically nice. Big world. So much shit to do. Unfortunately, I think it feels too overwhelming. And because it feels too overwhelming, you feel like playing World of Warcraft Classic without the plugins, alright? You don't know what the fuck is happening or what to do. The plot, the storyline is suffering. Why it's suffering? Alright, I did 3,000 million different locations. I discovered that, I discovered this. And when it comes to progress the plot line, I was like, who are you? What were you doing again? I already forgot. I already forgot what was happening because I spent so much time on exploring and on different, quests, and it's just it will be amazing as MMO or multiplayer game or co-op game, just to explore it with the friends. But for the solo single player experience, I think the game, they went too much. No one fucking knows what is happening, and you need to watch a guide. You complete the game, and you need to watch the guide what happened. So, Elden Ring was unfortunately for me less enjoyable than Dark Souls 2. Plot in Dark Souls 2 was better than Elden Ring. It's facts. That's unfortunate, but those are facts. Dark Souls series was more tight, and they in storytelling, and they better told you the story of the world. Elden Ring was too loose, too crazy. But mechanically, Elden Ring is superior. So many options, amazing tools, amazing player freedom, but storytelling was hard because of the massive scope of the game. Anyway, when I look on this list, yeah, that's how I feel. We're gonna play Elden Ring DLC when it's gonna drop 100%. It's gonna be amazing, everyone know it. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.